Happy New Year's, guys. I'm gonna talk about manifesting again. This year was a unique year. It was very different for me in terms of manifesting. Before anything, I'm gonna teach you how to manifest, and I'm gonna teach you really quick right now. The best way, there's different versions, but the best way that I like to do, I like to imagine my goal already manifested. Like, I imagine my goal that I had already reached it, but I try to imagine like it's been a month after I reached my goal, or 3 months, or 6 months. You have to throw yourself in the future and imagine a short scene that implies that you already have your manifestation and you already accomplished it, and it's already been a few months ahead. After you got your manifestation. So here it goes. So you imagine from first person point of view, which is the way you're looking right now. You're looking through your eyes and you can see your hands, and that's all you can see. You see your hands, you see your feet, and you don't see your face because they're like your eyes are attached to your face, so you can't see your face. That is first person point of view. So yeah, second person point of view, it's somebody standing in front of you and looking at you. Basically like this camera. You're gonna imagine like this, and you close your eyes and you imagine. This is how I manifested my phone. I wanted the phone, so I imagined the phone in my hand, and I tried to make it feel so real. So I try to feel the feeling of the phone in my hand and squeezing the phone and saying, I'm so thankful that I got this phone for free. And then 2 weeks later, I was able to get it without a down payment or anything. And it happened so natural. So you want to imagine a short scene, and then imagine having your desire, whatever it is. And the number one rule is, after you do that in your mind for, I don't know, several times in one day, then you have to let it go. You just don't think about it anymore. And once you don't think about it anymore, you can't be talking about it. You can't be telling somebody, hey, I'm gonna manifest a phone, because that urge that you have inside of you, I feel that it's like power that is being sent into the universe or something, and it's being ordered. But the moment you start, it's kind of like a balloon, and it wants to fly up, right? But the moment you start talking about it and telling, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm manifesting this phone, it's like you're taking out the helium from the balloon and it can't fly anymore, and it just won't make it anymore. So you kind of start messing it up on your own. All right, you don't believe me? You've never manifested before? Imagine yourself holding a coffee. Imagine holding a coffee and you saying, thank you so much that I got this coffee for free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And try to feel the texture of the cup, the heat of the coffee, the smell of it. Imagine that. Try to imagine it as best as you can. And then don't ever think about it again. And trust me, somehow, some way, someone's gonna give you a coffee. It's gonna happen in the randomest, weirdest way. And it's it's gonna freak you out, and then you're gonna think, did I manifest it, or was it gonna happen anyways? That's how all the manifestations feel, for the most part. So if you've never manifested before, that's how you gotta do it. All right. Okay, so back to the topic of this. Normally, when I used to manifest, things used to happen like in a month. Most of the time, it was 2 weeks. Sometime along this year, things started taking longer, for about 2 months, more than 2 months, 2 to 3 months, or 4 months. Like recently, I manifested a tablet and some boots, but I wanted these things. Oh, and I manifested something else. I'll keep that story later. But I wanted these things like about 4 to 5 months ago. And I even said, the tablet, I'm going to get it, whether in a raffle or I'm going to get it for free, or even if I have to buy it, I'll buy it. But regardless, I'm going to get it. And the boots, since I want them, I'm going to eventually own some boots. Since I'm not that much of a boot guy, I wasn't going to go out of my way to buy them so quick. But I was like, eventually I'm going to get them. Hilarious. I got the tablet on Christmas because of a raffle that I won. And I didn't even know. I didn't even know that what I won. I just knew like I won something. I just knew that I won something, and I didn't know what it was. So when they sent it, I saw it. It was a tablet, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Hell yeah! Look, I got my tablet." And guess what? The second after Christmas, my friend gave me a pair of new boots for free that he had in his trunk for about 2 years. The universe will choose the moment in a funny way. Excuse me. It'll give it to you in the perfect timing. Sometimes we want things right now, but maybe that's not the way it's supposed to happen, you know? So yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, some people try to manifest something quick, and once they don't see the results in 2 weeks or a month, they give up. And then they start saying, I'm never going to get this, I'm never going to get that. And guess what? You actually stop your manifestation. But because I never said that, I just didn't say anything. I just didn't talk about it anymore. And eventually it happened. That means everything you want, we start imagining it. And even if you want it to happen fast and it doesn't happen fast, but you don't say, oh, it's never going to happen. If you never put a stop in it on your mind, or even like saying it, it's going to happen. It's going to take its time whenever it wants, but it's still going to happen. So that's what I noticed with my stuff. A bunch of little other stuff had manifested just because I said, oh, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. I'm also going to have this. Because I just said I'm going to have it, and I imagined myself already having it, like, oh, thank God that I already got this. It came to me. It just comes. It'll come to you. But had I said all those times that I wanted all those little things, had I said, remember, I never got it. It's been 3 months. I never got it. It didn't work. Bro, it took me like 4 to 5 months to get these things. And I got them for free, both. And it came in perfect timing on Christmas. So it's like, why would you even dare saying, is that gonna happen? Like, you don't know. Like, it's like if you order something on eBay, right? And you want it to get there in 3 days. But it's like in Hong Kong. And it's gonna come in boat and whatever. So it's like, it'll be here in a month and a half. By the 4th day, you're like, it's not gonna happen. It didn't came. It's not here. I never get what I want. It's not gonna happen. Because you say that, you kind of cancel the order, and it was on its way, but it was gonna take like about 2 months and a half or something. But now it's not even gonna come at all. Because you open your big mouth and you start saying it's not gonna happen. You start putting a stop to it. So this 2025, starting this new year, try this out. You could do imaginations, or once you start wanting small things or anything, just don't put a stop in it. Don't put a stop in it. Don't put negative thoughts. Don't put a negative spin to it at all. Just say, oh, that car, I'm gonna get one. Like, I'm gonna have one. I don't know when. I don't know how. It doesn't matter how. I'm gonna have one. But even for small things, like, oh, I need some new pair of shoes because these ones look pretty bad already. I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna own some cool Nikes or something like that. And everything. Just don't put like, don't say stuff like, oh, I'm just too broke though. I don't know whenever I'll get any. Like, nah, don't say none of that. Even if that is what appears to be true, don't say that. Don't say that at all. Just say, oh, I'm gonna have some Nike shoes, some badass black ones. Yeah, I'm gonna have them. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm gonna own some for running. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen eventually. So there was somebody who would say, I heard this in a podcast, and somebody said there's a difference between, I think Louis Elizondo, UAP, UFO stuff. I love this quote. He says, there's a difference between doing something right and doing something right now. That's a big difference. So maybe, because I've been losing weight. If I wanted those boots, and let's say I would have gotten those boots like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, I was 34 pounds overweight. I've lost 34 pounds now. And because of that, now, if I would have gotten those boots whenever I wanted them at the moment, guess what? Maybe my foot would have had like a lot of fat on it, because I did lose weight even on my feet, and it's freaking weird. But if I probably would have gotten the boots on 4 months ago, 5 months ago, whenever I wanted them, guess what? If my friend would have said, hey, I got these free boots, I would have tried them on. They wouldn't have fit. I would have been like, nah, dude, they don't fit. I guess I'll buy some later on. And then that's it. The boots would not have fit, you know? So yeah, like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you can kind of guess and stuff like that, but the universe chooses the perfect moment. The perfect moment. And I mean, it came in a great timing. And everything has different times of how long it takes. You cannot control the time, but you cannot speed it up, but you can mess it up. That's the thing. If you start talking about, oh, I'm gonna imagine that I'm gonna get this new vehicle, and then you start telling everybody, I'm gonna get this new vehicle, for the most part, it kind of stops it. Certain people are so powerful that it doesn't stop it, but to me, it's always stopped it. So everybody's different, so you need to try it out and see what works and what doesn't work for you. But for me, it doesn't work, so I don't start talking about it. I only talk about it once the whole manifestation is fulfilled. I didn't tell nobody about the boots or the tablet, but once I got it, I told everybody. All right? I hope this message helps you. You guys got any questions, put them in the comments below. Have a happy 2025. And you remember, imagine, don't put a negative spin on it, and don't say you're not going to get what you want to get. All right? Peace out. One love.